Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's me, Lone Zodiac, from investeckelberg. We are indeed doing another live midday market recap. Today's indeed Friday, June the 14th, 2019. Um, I posted at the end of the day yesterday that natural gas was probably going to take a jump in the upward direction. Um, Natural gas is most likely going to test support at its current price. And today, that's exactly what happened. And then I mentioned support at dgaz being $150 a share and 20 cents. And I also said it could lag down a little bit to 148. Very luckily, we got the balance at $150.20, which was absolutely awesome. And right now we're going to take a look at the market and see what's going on and what we can make of it. My computer is a little slow today. Anyways, I posted on the Facebook page that we were looking for dgaz to possibly go to 155 today. And then I started watching a lot of natural gas. I was watching. Yeah, I played video games during the market as well. And I decided to stop playing so I could watch a little bit closely. And I know that natural gas is bearish under $2.37, and we have a very big target at investeckelberg for natural gas prices to go all the way down to 184, 162, $1.62. And right now our next target on the way down is $2.26. There's a lot of reasons why we have this expectation. But during the market hours today, and by the way, right now we are on the 15-minute chart. During the market hours today, I was watching, and I realized that natural gas doesn't indeed need to be below 237 to be bearish. Started realizing that anything underneath $2.39 is actually bearish as well. And I'm going to show you why in a little bit. And I'm going to show you why in the UNG chart that I was looking at. But, I'm just going to let the stock market, let this ticker just tick for a little while and try to talk as much as possible about what we have going on in our company. First of all, we're going to start announcing what stocks we're going to most likely take long positions on. Which, if you're an investment firm, that's something that you have to make public knowledge, because it really shows that, one, you're confident enough to make those suggestions. And second of all, if you have that much capital and you're working with a lot of money, you have to take long positions, or else it's just too much trading and you need a lot more management. You need a lot more traders, essentially. So like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on, and we're in the process of evaluating a lot of different stocks that we're going to consider long positions on. But we're willing to announce the first one, and that's Petrobras. Petrobras is a company that traded at $70 a share not too long, a while back from now. But it's a company that has traded at $70 a share. It's a company that's also valued $5 a share. It's a company that was valued at $2.63 a share in 2016. And it's, now it's 3 years later and it's 7 times higher. So that's the first company that we're really willing to announce right now, and it's going to take a while before we announce more of them. But Petrobras is just a hot company because one, they're doing a lot of divestment. Right now, they're liquidating a lot of their assets in order to re strategize the long term position of their company in terms of oil exploration instead of oil refinery, which honestly is not the best idea, but it is a good idea because it allows them to have capital, so they'll be able to do more oil exploration. Then eventually they'll be able to figure out how they're going to go about refining all that oil. But they could probably work out the contract so that they can benefit a lot from other people, other companies purchasing their assets, which will leverage any really future endeavors. And also the Petrobras chart is very technical. It's very technical. It's coming off a bottom there, second bottom, second time it touched that bottom. It just looks like the perfect curl pattern with a decent amount of momentum, and it's technical, and it's getting near a top, but it has breakout potential, and it hasn't consolidated. So if we reach a point where it starts consolidating, then possibly, yeah, we will change our outlook on that particular stock. But that's indeed the first company that we're willing to say that if we had to do a very large investment, we would consider X amount of money. And right now, like I said, I called out this morning, $150 a share and 20 cents would be support for dgaz, and you would have got four points out of it today, which is awesome. And right now we're at the 50 retracement of that level. So we're watching this closely to see if it wants to squeeze back up here. And that's why I decided to go live at this time. We got an hour and a half worth of time in the market. And luckily for us, we're up 38% trading dgaz this month. We would have been up 58%, but I hesitated before I got in. Waited for just a little bit more confirmation. And also, I just want to say that that gives us a big privilege, a big sense of relief knowing that we're up 38%, because now we don't have to take the risk, that any sort of unnecessary risk that perhaps other traders have to take because they feel X amount of pressure. So at our company, we don't feel that pressure right now. And I will be honest with you, sometimes you have to really make a very, 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 very tough, very, very, very difficult decision, especially when it comes to swing trading, to understand what you ought to do. And sometimes the market will trick you. We had that situation before where we were expecting natural gas to gap up at $2.55 a share. It didn't, and we kind of felt tricked, and that was the first bad trade that we did in almost 8 weeks. So like I said, I think a lot of people are going to be fooled by what's happening in the natural gas market. Yeah, Poland is going to buy a lot of natural gas in the United States. Yeah, people are saying now that the summer weather is going to kick up. It's going to start picking up now. I understand all of these things. But you got to understand that the Chinese people are putting a big tariff on American natural gas. More specific, liquefied natural gas. And it's 25% tariff. So they're going to want natural gas prices to go down 25% from the time that happened, which was around $2.55 a share, so they could purchase the same amount from the United States. And on top of that, if their currency starts going down, which it has been, goes down further, that can put X amount of pressure for the price of natural gas to go down even further. And I said on my Facebook page once that, hey, look, I'm going to make a video talking about why it's important for natural gas prices to go down for the United States exports. And I actually ended up never making that video. And I'm here to say now that that was my whole point. That was my whole point. My whole point was that if the Chinese people want to tariff the United States 25% on natural gas, by the way, look what happened to the soybean farm market. Look what happened to the farmers in the United States, which, by the way, are hurting a lot. Same thing could possibly happen to natural gas. I was reading an article yesterday saying that there was 30 liquefied natural gas ships, tankers going to China from the United States last year, and the number was down to 28 by the end of December last year, and that was before the tariffs. So, eventually they're going to release the report saying how much it is now. We're expecting those numbers to be less. And yet, America is cranking up natural gas production. So the most important thing is right now that if natural gas prices do go down, it actually makes liquefied natural gas more profitable. You don't want to necessarily have liquefied natural gas that you have to get from a source that is expensive. Natural gas is cheap, then you turn into liquefied natural gas, you turn into LNG at a low price, then yeah, people are more likely to buy your LNG, and it also gives you a larger profit margin. So companies that produce liquefied natural gas, such as Tellurian, which is another company that perhaps we're going to start with these energy stocks because energy market is the most important, just because of its fundamentals to the economy. It's very important to have energy. We're going to start with the energy sector. We're going to release the report. We're going to release our stock picks for which we would choose our long positions on for anyone who's interested in investeckelberg. So, Tellurian is a company that makes liquefied natural gas. They buy natural gas from producers in the United States, and then they turn it to liquid natural gas, and then they export it. Okay, that's what they do. And there's a few other companies that do it too. So we're going to be looking into those companies and seeing which one of those we're going to choose to figure out we're going to take long positions on. It's most likely going to be Tellurian. And people like Carl Icahn, who own certain amount of shares of certain liquid natural gas companies, they stand to benefit too. And I don't want to talk about those companies that much. So right now, natural gas prices have a lot of pressure from the demand side for it to go down further. And people are not going to think about this stuff right away. And they're not going to consider it. They're going to sit on this picture of Poland buying all the United States natural gas. They're going to sit on this picture that the warm weather in the United States is going to happen and demand's going to go up. And they're going to be tricked. They're going to be tricked. And I'm on StockTwits.com talking about how, hey, look, I'm bearish on natural gas. We're not even above 242. It's got to stay above 246 to honestly be bullish for at least 75% level of confidence. Just because you have a 1 or 2, maybe 3-day pop in natural gas prices doesn't change a 6-month trend of it going down. And that's how we feel in our company, investeckelberg. So, combined with the fact that we're up 38% for the month of June alone in trading natural gas, well then, why would we take any sort of unnecessary risk? And I don't really suggest buying natural gas if it's above 237 or if it's below 242. What I'm saying, if it's trading between 237 and 242, you should probably stay away from any sort of swing trade on natural gas, just because obviously it's dangerous. Natural gas, like you can see right here, has taken a really big bounce, 2% bounce, almost 3% bounce, and it's a big number. It went up 6 cents. It went up 6 cents from 232. So it's got momentum, but it's going to start losing a little bit of momentum. And we don't know when it's going to lose the momentum, but it's going to come to a point where it's going to hit resistance, and as of right now, it's already lost a lot of momentum. So, all the bulls, they're going to start getting exhausted, and it's actually really tough because if you just started trading natural gas, folks, you just started, honestly, you should have started in April. And I'll tell you why, because in April, we spent the whole month of April, folks, looking for a bottom on natural gas. We spent the whole month of April, and so I was there, I was watching it every day, trying to understand what was going to happen in April. And I got tricked. I got tricked a few times during April. Here's April's action, by the way. You could even see March's action here. Just trying to find a bottom. April trying to find a bottom. May, yeah, found a bottom, I guess. And then June, there's no bottom in sight. Looking for one here. So March looking for a bottom. April looking for a bottom. May trying to squeeze, looking for a bottom. June completely fails, slides. And here we go. We're back into that action that we kind of saw in May. Alright, and the way we swing trade, folks, is we look for a 3 to 5 rule, which means 3 green days in a row, expect a red somewhere. If 5 green days in a row, expect a red somewhere. And that's how we generally trade. And you have to watch the intraday to understand it further. You can't just look into these charts and just make the best and think you're making the best possible decision, because you might not be. So right now we are indeed in a bullish signal for natural gas with a certain level of uncertainty, folks. And that means the price is indeed starting to set up for a squeeze, which can make it go up. And if that fails, then yes, it's going to go down. So what do we think here at investeckelberg? First of all, we're not going to be swing trading natural gas again. Yeah, like I said yesterday, you could have took a little swing on ugaz. It wasn't really highly recommended because we're up so much money. But hey, if you wanted to go for it, go for it, and you would have made 8%, 7% today, which would have been awesome. So after you make a big win like that, 8%, or if you were like us up 38%, you don't want to take unnecessary risks, so you don't want to necessarily trade it back and forth 2 days in a row. And then, if you swing trade it, you make 8%, 5%, you could still make another 3 or 4% during the day trading it. So one day, the same day you swing trade it, the next day you end up day trading, you make even more money. That's why swing trading is so awesome, because then you can either take a day off from trading, or you can change your strategy around. And you could see natural gas's trading range right here. It was in this channel, and right now we kind of have to determine what trading ranges it can be in. And we're going to trade this like a bearish flag, folks. And that's what I talked about on my Facebook page. I talked about how I want this to trade like a bearish channel. That's how we're anticipating it right now. This right here was a bearish channel, bearish flag. And we have the first sign that perhaps it's not going to be a bearish flag, and this is just a bottom forming. So even it's still a possibility this can be a bearish flag, and we're not going to think it's not going to be right now, because we have a long-term projection that would be absolutely awesome for our company, because we're expecting natural gas prices to go down. Therefore, we expect dgaz to go to 275 a share. And for us and for our company, that would be absolutely awesome. And that's a projection that we have, and we're not looking to change that anytime soon. And we're going to stick to that projection for now. I don't think it's going to change, to be honest with you. This level of consolidation going on here, the sideways, it's within a channel, folks, and it can suggest a squeeze. This can become a squeeze for dgaz. And I said yesterday in my video that if we consolidate from here, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it could suggest that it's just going to take longer for us to get to our 275 target, which is not a big deal. I mean, I wanted that target in 3 weeks, and that's very, very good. No one should complain about making 75% plus another 38% in the course of 5 weeks. Just who would ever complain about that? And that would be awesome. So that's what we're looking for. Right here is the daily chart. You can see, yeah, we have the first red candle here for for the last 3 trading sessions. The first red, and it hasn't broken support, and it's right here, and it can go up. It can go up. It wants to touch the 200-day moving average at some point. Some point. We don't know when. The 200 average is coming down, obviously, which is that green line. That green line, you can barely see it there. I don't know why this green line changes on the chart. But, the most important thing is that natural gas is just in a bearish trend. And like I said, if it stays under 239, it's just starting to look bearish right now. And that's what's going on. It's a market analysis video. I'm gonna make this video, I guess, about a half hour long, just so we can watch this, we can talk about things. And welcome to watching investeckelberg. Trading is very exciting. Gets my blood going. Been doing this for 6 years now, and it's just a good time to be a natural gas trader. And right now, there's not as much headache as there can be. There's still a certain level of predictability right now in the market, and today we proved that. I said support was at 150, $150.20, and look, folks, you could have took a 4-point play on it. We're at 50% retracement of that right now, and that means the market is looking to curl. dgaz is indeed looking to curl, which is healthy. We took a healthy pullback. Today, another healthy pullback, because this play, it has to test support. It's going to look for support, and lucky for us, support is actually a little higher than we originally predicted where it would be at 148. Although this wick right here, the bottom of this wick might be 148, was almost 148, and that's actually really good. And this consolidation here, this is starting to look like consolidation possibly. It can lead to a squeeze, folks. Natural gas consolidation usually makes it bearish. Natural gas has a tendency to go up. It just has a tendency to go up, folks. Because what happens is it consolidates for a few months, and we always see consolidation during the summer. But sometimes it really goes up a lot during the summer too. And every year it happens a little sooner than the year before. And you can see like consolidation here, and then it goes up. Consolidation goes up, consolidation goes down, consolidation goes down, consolidation goes down. And so, generally speaking, consolidation makes it go down. I mean, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. This was just a bull flag that just ended up going down because it was overbought. Consolidation down, up, but it's just consolidation at the top here, and then down. Consolidation at the top here, down. Consolidation, and it's just more likely. And maybe you can't see it as much as we want to show you on this chart, but trust me, it's something that I've noticed. I watch this all the time. I notice these patterns, and right now, natural gas, if it starts consolidating, it's more likely to go down. It's more likely to go down, folks. And like I said, you gotta factor in this whole Chinese thing. You have to. No one's talking about it on the internet, and only the smartest traders like me. We're honestly trading doesn't necessarily make us the smartest people, but it makes us wise enough to outsmart one another. So, being a trader, it's like a behavioral statistics sort of thing, and so eventually you will become smart, because you're going to try to stay ahead of what people are doing, and you want to be the first bird to bring the rest of the flock most of the time. And you also want to be the first bird to leave once all the birds are there. And that's what trading is. And so you don't want to be the last one there and then there's no food left. You want to get to the pond when there's still a lot of fishes. And that's the whole point of trading. And right now we're looking for trading channels, we're looking for trading ranges. There's just no setup right now to show any of those possibilities going on, and that's why I have this little emblem here, investeckelberg. There's red bars and these white boxes, because that's what I really specialize in. That's my strong point is the trading ranges, trading channels, something I talk about in my videos that I've made. And that's what really makes you the best traders, when you understand how to use these trading ranges and how these can become bullish curls, and then all of a sudden you're in a new trading range and you have to adjust it, things like that. And so that's what's important. Right, we do honestly believe still that dgaz wants to trade in a more upward channel, a channel that's more on top. We really still do believe at this point, there's no reason not to believe it at this point, that natural gas wants to go to 177. It wants to go to 177, 182, and make that the top of a new trading channel, a new trading range. And it's probably going to curl up there, and it's going to make a new bottom of that trading range. And that's something we're going to look for in the next week, or even in the weeks ahead, and that's really, really important. And if you can do that, you can come up with a way to understand these concepts so that you can trade, then you can be very successful, especially once it starts in case it starts consolidating. Once a stock starts consolidating, folks, and you don't know these trading ranges, these trading channels, the top and the bottom of a trading range, then you're not going to be successful trading the consolidation. And trading consolidation is very, very much of a headache, but at the same time, it's actually very profitable. And that's only the smartest traders will be able to really, really make those constant decisions at the top and the bottom of those trading ranges. So that's what usually happens during the summertime trading these ETNs, dgaz, ugaz. It's just that this year, obviously, we got this demand issue going on with China. And it's going to affect the price of natural gas, folks. It will. I don't think it's factored in to the price of natural gas right now. I think it's going to take another month, maybe a few weeks, before it does really show its effects. But essentially, people will be buying up natural gas, folks. Big companies that don't want to take a lot of risk, they'll accumulate shares of natural gas. They'll accumulate it. They'll buy millions of dollars worth of natural gas. And then at the end of the year, so on and so forth, months later, they'll sell it. They'll sell it and they'll make a lot of money. So if they do it now, they know they can average down later. And that's what's going on with natural gas prices right now. This is why you don't see the price moving. The reason you don't see the price moving is because if you buy a lot of natural gas right now, and let's say the price goes down to $1.80, $1.60, like we at Invest Steckelberg are suggesting, then what happens? You have to buy twice as much natural gas at a lower price, or the same amount, and you're able to average a certain price of natural gas shares. So then what happens? Well, then what happens is once it goes above that price that your average price is, then you can get out with a lot of money. So right now there's a lot of investing taking place in that area, with that strategy. So since that's going on, that's why the price is not moving, and if UGAZ does reverse split, I think those companies risk losing money. So they're not going to necessarily take the ETNs like we do, but they'll leverage a certain amount with each one, and that's what they're looking to do. And that's why these trading instruments exist, folks. Because if one reverse splits, then you lose your shares. But I think the percentage of how much money you make is still the same. Let's take a look at UGAZ here. Yeah, folks, we're still holding TVIX. It's kind of crazy. It's been 8 weeks holding that thing. It's 25% of our portfolio that we're trading in this account. And if you're following me because you want to swing trade, we're already up 38%. And it's just no point in swing trading right now if you're trading a very small portfolio and just got into it and you're thinking about how much money you could be making. It's just right now we can't predict a trading range for UGAZ because there's just not enough patterns, not enough information here to predict it. But it could very well be this top here. And the reason we can't predict any sort of trading range on UGAZ is because, like I've been saying all week long, it's got to stay above 1864, and it's not. So as long as it's not above 1864, and right now it's trading at 1821, we are not even going to think about where this trading range is going to be because it's going to be somewhere else if it's bearish. So, natural gas is getting rejected at 239. Took a big pop today. Yeah, we can consider this a dead cat bounce. It's got to hold above 242, at least 240. If the heat gets turned up and United States demand goes up because of summer heat, this can bring the price to $2.40. But once again, do not be fooled by that. It's too early to think long-term investments on natural gas unless you're bearish like me. Um, so we're looking for dgaz, folks. We're not really focused on trading UGAZ. Here at our company, we have a big target, and we're gonna stick to our guns, so to say. We're not going to all of a sudden change our mind, change our opinion, just based on a few trends, a few days of trading. Now DJZ is looking to squeeze. To be honest with you, it's looking to squeeze X amount of consolidation, and for now, it's not even that much consolidation. I mean, the more days this consolidates, the more obvious it would be to consolidation, but it's just starting to look like it. This is not a bearish flag at all. This is like a squeeze actually on the daily chart. So it's getting bought up at the low there, which is fantastic. And like I said, and there's about an hour left in the market, the more time goes by, just the more bearish this looks, folks. 2,385, anything below 239 right now is bearish. And we're just gonna sit back, watch this. No, I'm not gonna make popcorn. But what's important is to understand that if natural gas goes too high in the next 3 days, then yeah, it's gonna have momentum. So we're looking to see if that's going to happen or not. And so far, it's not, because it has to have momentum. It has a significant amount of momentum now, but it's got to prove that it has momentum again. So it's not, and again too, it's not. It has to be 3 days in a row of significant amount of momentum before some sort of base is confirmed, and right now it's not. And people want to talk about it, make articles on investing.com saying that, hey, it's starting to look like this and that. And they do it because, well, they write articles, and when you write articles, then that's what you get paid for, basically. And, they have to write them every day, basically. So they're going to try to say something interesting. But it's not something to cheer about because I'll show you again. Look at the daily chart, folks. It's just March to June. That's 3 months just bearish. That's like 60, 89, 100 days, whatever. Just bearish. I mean, bearish. Like, you just can't think it's going to bounce for a long time. This is the most it bounced. Okay, and that got you like 5% on UJZ. You know, so actually got you 25% on UJZ. And could have got a little bit more had you got out this top, came out again at this top, this bottom. But that's all you got in 3 months. That's all you got in 3 months. So it's too early. You shouldn't be thinking that you're gonna get this 25% in 2 or 3 weeks again. You shouldn't. It's just too early. Cause look, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, and then you could have thought about it here. You could have had 3 days to decide. So far, you had a little bit of time. Then you could have decided there. And then, well, maybe you would have been chasing. You would have been chasing. So let's say you're not in a long position on UGAZ right now. You're not in a long position on UGAZ right now. And you wait another 2 or 3 days. You could be chasing. Just like if you waited the same amount of time over here. But remember, like I said before, we have two double green hammers with a red candle in between. That is a very, 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 very what? Bullish indicator. Okay? So that's a bullish indicator. When you have two double green hammers and some red in between, that's a bullish indicator. We don't necessarily have that here, folks. We have being bought up, buy the dip, rallies, sell off, buy the dip, rally. Okay, it's not something, it was indecision because it's two red days. It was two red days here. Darn it, I didn't mean to click this. It's going to end up loading the screen here. So due to the fact that we don't have, I'm going to have to close this screen on my laptop. Due to the fact that we don't have double green hammers, it's not necessarily a bullish sign. It means right now there's indecision. It means right now there's indecision. Due to the fact that there's indecision, it becomes more bearish. Whenever there's indecision in natural gas, just be bearish, folks. Just be bearish because it's not worth being bullish, especially if you're up a lot from your previous trade. So it's not worth the risk. And swing trading is what's up, folks. You should take a lot of pride in swing trading. Day trading, buying pumps, yara yara, it's all discipline and being able to just take a good chance, a stab at something, and then you come out positive, which is awesome. Okay, it's awesome. It feels good. It's a rush. It's awesome. Swing trading, on the other hand, is when people are trusting it with everything they got, and they hope you can really do it every single day in and out. And so it's like you can't really miss on it all the time. You can't, because it's going to take a while before you make up for it. And that's what swing trading is like. Very, very stressful. if you do it wrong. Even if you do it right, it's still stressful. I've been on the computer nonstop for like 3 months now, and it's time for a vacation. Feel me? So that's what I'm going to be doing, but it's draining. It's very draining, folks. Stare at this all day, and like it's like a house of cards. So like I said, as long as ugaz is under 1864, there's no point making the designing any sort of trading range for this right now, because it's most likely going to be wrong, because it's probably going to be a downward trend. And you can't really draw. Okay, when you're trading a bearish flag, folks, you have to wait until it gets to the previous bottom before you make any drawings of the next bottom. And then in this bottom for UJZ is right here, 1654. So we can't draw the bearish flag patterns completely right now. Neither can we draw the bullish flag patterns right now, because we're not above 1864 yet. I mean, we could draw it, but it's just, there's no point, because you're not going to know where to draw the trend line, because you're going to have to know where the candle is, and we don't know if the candle is going to be up here, over here, on this side of the chart, down here, up here. You just can't. Okay, folks? So like I said, we're in this trade right now, and for natural gas, for DJZ to stay really technical, really bullish, really awesome, less headaches, yara yara yara, we want DJZ above 164, folks, and that would be like absolutely like icing on the cake. That would be worthy of a potential swing pattern, swing trade, although it might be overbought, so maybe not. But we have to kind of like hope that this goes to above 155. 155 is very good for today. There's 1 hour left. I don't think it's going to. I said it was going to be a tug of war today. I said that early in the morning. I said, "Oh, get ready for the tug of war that's going to happen." But as of right now, DJZ is indeed underbought. It's at this bottom here. It's testing the support. About the second or third time it's gone to the support here. And it's not necessarily a bearish flag yet, because we need this next candle to confirm it. So, I feel confident swing trading DJZ. I'm not going to. I don't suggest you do it if you're up like we are. And that's the advantage of of being up so much on your trades. And so, if you want to take a small position, go ahead. And if you took a big position yesterday on UJZ, then hey, you made a lot of money today. And if you took the day trade that we suggested for 4 points today, you already made good money today. So you don't necessarily need to take that swing trade, folks. And that's the most important thing, is just protecting your assets, and your assets are your cash. It's obvious, these are all intangible assets that we're trading here. So, that's what it comes down to. That's how we're trading these. And we're looking for trends that are going to show us what the momentum is going to be like. And as of right now, volume is still moderate. As a matter of fact, these have been trading with less volume than they have been over the years. And I don't know why it is that way. But, that's what we're looking for. Once the momentum starts fading away, so does the stock. And then it chooses a direction. But as long as natural gas is below 239 right now, it's still bearish to us here in investeckelberg. And below 237 is just further confirmation that it's bearish. Anything above 242 is starting to look bullish on a long-term play. Need to stay above 246 to consider 255. We're thinking 226 in 2 weeks, maybe a week for natural gas, because the Chinese demand not yet factored into these charts. And we're looking like bullish flag that wants to curl, wants to squeeze on DJZ. That's good enough for us, and 155 end of the day would be fantastic. Probably won't be, and it's going to look to squeeze. And so, like I said, it's going to be a tug of war today, and indeed was a tug of war today at the top, not at the bottom. Right now, it's got the tug of war going on, but I don't think it's going to be crunched. No, it's not. It's not going to crunch in one day, not in 2 days. It's going to take longer. It's going to take longer to crunch. And like I said, we're going to put the buy rating on Petrobras, folks. And, if you want to take that long, go for it, and figure out how much you want to take long on Petrobras. But Petrobras, to us, is a company with a lot of potential. It's a company with a lot of potential, and it's going through what a lot of companies go through. Although obviously not a lot of companies go through corruption, but they go through hard times. Hey, look, Tesla's going through hard times. They're a startup, and their stock went down a lot, and starting to rebound, and Petrobras Petrobras has shown that $13.50 was the price to get in, and now we're kind of chasing it, I guess, but it's at the top of this range right here, and it's got potential. It's got potential to go really high up because the news is so strong on it. The news is strong on it, and it has a lot of potential, and it's already broke this previous top here, which was a previous bottom as well. Now I just got to break this one, and that would be a good target if you want to take a little swing trade on it, and it's got potential, folks. And this is about 50% retracement of this top and this bottom. I was looking for the 50% retracement and found it over here somehow. It's a little bit lower, but it found one, and it didn't go all the way down to 12. So we're bullish here. We're bullish. This thing's turning around. Long-term price just looks like it wants to squeeze. You can see it here. You can see it's like a squeeze here. Let's see what that looks like more long-term. It's the top of a channel. This is the top of a channel. But eventually it's a channel that's going to squeeze. And we wouldn't be surprised if it squeezes soon. And this looks like it wants to break out. It looks like it wants to break out to us here. And we'll go against what a lot of people are saying, the bad things about the stock. We don't care. We have our opinions. We have our opinions. And it's important to have our opinions. And I think that you got to have opinions like this. And obviously all your opinions are not going to be like this. But by making some of your opinions like this, then you're going to prove people wrong. And you're going to win some. So when you win some, you're going to feel smarter than the rest of the people. And that's where a company is trying to be the best at. We're trying to figure out things that other people aren't. Trying to take risks where other people aren't willing to take the risk. That way we can profit a lot. And obviously we hedge. We don't just put all our cookies in one cookie jar. We got to save some for the potential monster somewhere. But, that's what it is, folks. And that's why we chose Petrobras. It's just a good company. Trust me. It's a good investment to talk about. We're not afraid to talk about it, And like I said, we're a company that our office is located in Brazil. I have a trade from Brazil, folks. I speak Portuguese. I speak English, obviously. Grew up in America. So, to me, Petrobras is a company that I'm willing to talk about because, well, it's a country I live in, and I take pride in knowing eventually could be a very good company. The technicals on the chart will show that, hey, it's got potential, and the good news for the stock is that they're divesting, and it's got potential. We don't worry about it that much. So, other stocks, like I got a bunch of stocks on my list here, or stocks that we're going to talk about. We'll talk about all of these eventually. And, I might as well do it now. I'll add Tesla in here. I'll watch every tick of Tesla. Why not? But some of these are pumps that I bought before. Just want to watch them because you always want to have a couple potential pennies that are going to become. You're going to have small caps become medium or large caps at some point. So, Tesla, like I said, Tesla's at 180. It's always a buy. I've been saying that forever. And Tesla's fun trading. Tesla's absolutely fun trading. It's a stock that's fun trading, and it's a buy at 180 all the time. Been saying that forever. Been saying that since so long now. It's not even funny how long I've been saying that. I've been saying that since 2014. That if 2013, 2014, that whenever Tesla goes to 180, you just automatically buy it. I've been saying that for so long. Oh my God. And you could have made tons and tons of cash on it. It's unbelievable. Especially right here. Could have made a lot of money. Look at that. Doubled. So, that's what I've been saying, and it's still to this day holds true. So expect Tesla to go to 250, folks. Wouldn't be surprised. Just talking stocks, midday recap. What's interesting, what's not interesting. Natural gas is always interesting. Today it's looking for a trend, looking for a base, but dgaz is a monster. It's saying where are those cookies at? And I don't mean the ones on the folder on your computer. But that's what it's looking to do, folks. Looking to squeeze here. It's at a top, and it hasn't just sold off, which is awesome. There's a real life tug of war going on, and these little upticks don't scare us at all. It's got to hold above 239 for a significant amount of time, and ugaz's got to go to 1864. The bulls were in control today. They tested the market. The bears backed off. Of course, we backed off because, well, we're up 30. The bears are up 38% over here. So, that's why that happened. So, eventually, the bears will be back, and when they come back, they're gonna use that iron claw. They're gonna use that iron claw and just chop away at the bulls, and the bulls are going to try to scalp it, and they're going to be like, man, I'm getting burned. This is a bearish flag. And that's what's going on. That's why you're getting all this support here. And big time natural gas bulls, they already know. They're already in the green, They're in the green. They're already long. And even if they are long, like, they're going to be able to come out $3 some point in time, make a lot of money, and they know they're going to be able to buy 180 again, X amount, and come out. And during that rally from 180 to 3, they're going to get back in at 240 anyways. So that's how you know, folks, and that's why I talk about the psychology of the market. What you're actually watching is not just candlesticks, yara, 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 I'm trading stocks, you're really seeing the psychology of the market. This is actually a computer program, but this is psychology, folks. This is psychology of the pit. And the pit trading is all psychology. This is musical chairs, basically. And that's what you got to look at, and essentially you're just trading positions with the other person. So that's what's going on, And TIVX, folks, we're probably going to get stopped out on TVIX. Oh, man, that is funny. That makes me laugh. But it is what it is, But maybe not. We'll wait. We're not going to sell TVIX today. We're going to wait till tomorrow, Monday, just because, I want to just confirm that it's really going to stay under $21, like I said. But hey, that was fun trading it. It's fun trading, even though I'm taking 2-point loss. It's a 2 point loss on the value of the stock, but it's not $2,000 in my portfolio. I'll tell you that much. But it is 25%. So, like I said, we just want to watch this a little bit. I was going to make this video half hour. It's probably a lot more now. And it's 45 minutes left on market. We're not taking any swing trades. It's unnecessary. We're going to be taking day trades on Monday. But if you want to, I mean, look, it's time to make a decision, right? And it's really tough to make one right now. And I will try to make it best for you as possible. Ugaz is overbought. Natural gas just took a big pop. It's got to take a pullback. So, yeah, go ahead, swing dgaz, folks. We are at support again. We've seen this support tested only a few days ago, and it went all the way up to 164 afterwards. So that's what we're hoping for. We still think we're bearish overall long term. This was just a dead cat bounce. I'll make the announcement to go ahead and trade dgaz, despite being if you're up 38%. I suggest go for it. Go for it, because you'll be able to make it back on day trades no matter what, and it'll be a crazy weekend, great crazy Monday, and a crazy weekend if you come out big on that. But if you really want to protect your profits, then don't do it. Don't do it. And if this is your first trade, don't do it either. But you might realize you're going to regret it. But we're going to look for a breakout. And once we find that pattern before the breakout, we'll know when it's 100% safe for a day trade, or a swing trade. And I don't ever want to say anything's 100% safe, because I don't want to take responsibility for anyone taking a loss. But trust me, I felt very, very confident swing trading other days, other times. And I knew I was going to wake up in the green. So, when that does happen, because if natural gas will break out, it's going to have those swing trade kind of days. But on the downtrend, it's not as predictable. But right now it is, because it's just overbought by a lot. So, we do expect dgaz to put up a fight. It's going to put up a fight here. And it's a real life tug of war going on. But please, do not buy dgaz until the end of the day. Simply because natural gas is trying to accumulate. And if it accumulates enough, it can just pop up. And right now, it's better just to wait a little bit to see how much it will accumulate. This is Lone Zodiac from investeckelberg talking. It's been a while in this video, and we look forward to making the video on Monday, midday analysis. I used to do market recaps after the market closes, do my videos. Now I just do them during the day. Today we didn't take any trades, just because we're up so big, and we don't always have to take trades, like I said. But natural gas bounced at 150.20. It's looking to squeeze a lot. dgaz is looking to squeeze right now, and it's probably going to come out big. It's probably going to go above 157 on Monday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There's nothing I can do about it, and I hope that you profit eventually and don't really lose on that one, because we're up 38%. And if you would have came for the ride earlier, then everything would feel comfortable. But if it's not going to feel comfortable for you right now, then you should wait, and don't gamble, so to say. And that's why we can take our chances with what I'm saying right now. So yeah, we will probably take a dgaz swing here, just because you guys are so overbought, and dgaz is gonna put up a fight here. And we'll wait till the end of the day just to see if natural gas is really going to hold above 239. Because if it does hold above 239, folks, then like, it's not as bearish or bull. Natural gas is not as bearish as we think it's going to be. and it's so darn close right now that it can go either way. But we're up 38%. Let's do it. Let's take dgaz for a swing. I would do 50%, and especially if you take ugaz the previous day, like I said, it was going to take probably going to test support. Then let's do it. And probably going to get back to back red and green days if this is a consolidation pattern going on. So it's a safe bet. It's a safe bet. It's just not the safest of bets, and that's why I said to be careful trading in. So, we'll figure out certain things when the time comes. And right now, it's not the time to figure it out. And I hate to say that because I wish I could always say or teach you something good. But it's certainly reaching for 200 or 60 day moving averages. Either one. It's probably most likely going to be the 200 at this point. And natural gas is looking like it's going down, and DJZ wants to squeeze. So we're confident in that. We're confident in its ability to squeeze. And so that pretty much wraps up the video. I'll talk to everyone on Monday, and I hope that you can watch this whole video and still be able to put your buy order before the end of the day. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And have a good weekend, everybody.